I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce.
Dude.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Sorry about that. We were just sitting here talking. I didn't even realize it was after midnight. We were just sitting here waiting. Happy Wednesday morning to you all. Hope you all had a nice Tuesday night. Start with the good news. I had a winning night. Start with the good news. I'm 3-0 on my MLB bets so far. Now it's looking like Angels is going to be a loss and might lose the Marlins as well. Although there's 2 innings to go there, we're only down 1. But
I went 1-6, just so everybody knows. So I don't want to hear about it. Again, I suck. I get it. I'm just saying, everybody gives me shit. It's like, oh, Kyle comes out here and talks about his day, and you don't say shit because you're a coward.
Well, I'm the
there you go.
I'm the host. Well, I'm just the host. I do the intro, so that's just what I say. It was.
I'm not. That wasn't to you.
No, I know.
Oh,
but I guess we could do that from now on. We could all recap. But anyway, so we got.
I'm just saying it matters more when I have a losing day. That's what they.
Oh yeah, of course. That I would almost guarantee. Because if you make a mistake with it and that helps yourself, it gets pointed out in a second. But I wonder how many mistakes you make that don't get, if you hurt yourself, that don't get mentioned. I was thinking about that recently. But anyway, we're talking Wednesday MLB. Yeah, we still got a couple games on, so we'll see how those pan out. But I'm 3-0 so far. So I had a winning MLB day. Obviously, the bad news, Knicks took a loss. Turnovers, man. So they have 18 turnovers in the game. I know a lot of people are talking about the weird calls there, but that was a very small part of the game. There was like a weird little stretch where Anunoby got hit and they didn't call it, and then right after they called a bunch of fouls on the Knicks. What was that, a 2-point swing? That wasn't the difference maker in the game. It was a weird little stretch there, but I mean, the story was the Knicks turned the ball over 17 times, which turned into 20 Pacers points. Just turnovers. Killed it. Plus, the Pacers are playing really well right now. So, I mean, yeah, down 3-1. Going to need to rattle off 3 wins in a row. Yeah, let's get into it. And we'll start with Minnesota, Tampa Bay. Man, I don't know what to do in this one. I kind of want to just take over. Wait, did I? Is this the one? Oh, no, is this the one I took the over in? I took an over. Let me see. Which over did I bet? 1 second, sorry. Nope. So there's an over that's sitting at 8, and I got over 7.5. We'll get to that game in a second. It's not this one. I kind of want to just take the over very simply because of the ballpark. You're not going to see many 8s here. I know Pablo Lopez has been great, but the Rays have been hitting. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, they're one of the best home lineups in baseball. Super small sample size. I know I'm aware of the starting pitching matchup. I know why it's 8. I'm not saying that the total's off. It makes sense. I'm just saying in this ballpark, 8 is super low. They're playing in a minor league park here. So I would just, if I was to bet this game, I would just probably take the 0-8 and let it rock. Twins bullpen is also slightly compromised, nothing crazy. Duran, 3 of the last 4, I believe. I actually have it right here. I'll pull it up.
Duran, 3 of the last 4. Varland, 2 of the last 3. And Jack is good to go.
Yeah, so it's the Twins bullpen isn't completely cooked or anything like that. So I'll just over 8 or pass. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it because it's nothing for me. Jonesy?
Yeah, Rays. Minnesota. I know they got the win today, but they didn't look too impressive. Rasmussen's looked been solid at home. You know, the Rays bats have been working. I know they didn't do much today, but against Pablo, I'm not too scared at all either. And they're gonna have like what the Twins will have like 4 lefties potentially with Castro and Brooks Lee being switch. And versus lefties this season at home, he's having a 190 average, and then versus righties a 239 average and a sub 350 slug on each. So I mean, like he's doing just fine. I'll continue to back the hot Rays. One loss, big deal. Let's run it back tomorrow. Pablo at a pick 'em versus Rasmussen feels kind of sus too.
Brian Palmer in the comments. If Miami pulls off this win, I'm up 1,200. I'm sweating it with you, Kyle. It's always nice sweating the games at the end when you're having a good day, because it's like, all right, but like when you're having a bad day and you need it, that's when it's like really stressful. So
dude, they were up 6 out the gate.
Yeah, and but I mean,
Womp womp.
Max, I was watching, and
Trash.
these were not good pitches. This wasn't like, oh, brilliant hitting by These were not good pitches by Max Meyer. Toast, you have anything here?
It would be first 5 over for me. Rasp, I think we're getting a discount here. I mean, obviously it's at over 4, at -115. So I just thought the number 4 was just a little bit too small. Again, Pablo Lopez has been really good, but he's also susceptible to giving up runs, especially in this ballpark. He doesn't have a great history against Tampa Bay, especially all that was in a different ballpark. So now we're getting him in a nice run environment. On top of that, Drew Rasmussen's back-to-back starts, no runs at all. I mean, that dam is going to break sooner or later. Not to mention that was on the road at Miami and Toronto. Not that the Twins offensively is some juggernaut, but again, I just thought that the flat 4 was a lot of push conditions, obviously, but I just thought that was too low. So first 5 over 4 for me.
Yeah, I don't mind a first 5 over. I just think the number's too low for this ballpark, so kind of leaned in the same. But not gonna.
I think we're getting I think we're getting a 4 because of Rasmussen's last couple starts, and I think that's kind of fugazi, personally.
Yeah, I also, and I think we've talked about this before several times. Pablo Lopez's strength of schedule does need to come into question a little bit, and I'm not like a Pablo Lopez hater like some people we've had on the show, but I will say, if you look at who he's pitched against. And again, I'm not trying to take credit away from him. I'm just saying we do have to take note. I mean, Kansas City, not hitting. Brewers, trash. Giants, at home, though, not in San Francisco. Giants on the road, cannot hit. Baltimore, trash. Cleveland, haven't been hitting all year. They certainly haven't been hitting at home. They've actually only been hitting on the road. Angels, trash before the hot streak. Royals, trash. White Sox, trash. So, I mean, we do have to, when we're looking at Pablo Lopez numbers on the year, we do have to at least question the strength of schedule. On the road against the Rays that are hitting right now in this ballpark, it actually, it actually might be the perfect spot for Pablo Lopez to get hit up. So, over a pass. Next up, Giants, Tigers. And the question is, am I going to go back to it? The Tigers have won back-to-back bets for me. And you know what? A Tigers fan DM'd me. It's like, stop hating on the team. He wasn't talking shit or anything. He was actually like being funny about it. He's like, I'm a Tigers fan. Stop hating on us. I was just saying I don't think they're one of the best teams in the AL. That's all. In this one, I know it's tempting to go back to the Tigers here. As we keep saying, the Giants do not hit on the road. It's pretty clear. We have enough of a sample size to declare this Giants lineup just dead on the road. And if you need some proof, here it is right here. It's pretty alarming, to say the least. The Giants on the road right here. Last 30 days, 29th in WRC+, 29th in OPS. Last 14 days, 30th. This team does not hit on the road. So even though Jackson Jobe has had his problems, I don't see any reason to back this Giants lineup. I will say I'm a little worried about the Tigers missing Vest, who's been their closer, or they use him kind of like a utility closer. He pitches 6-out saves and stuff like that. He's probably not available, so I don't love that. Here's the thing. I think Landon Rupp can deal. Don't look now, but Landon Rupp is pitching, and I know Toast has talked some shit about this guy, but I think he's kind of silenced Toast here, because Rupp is pitching. 6 shutout innings against the Nets, 6 shutout innings against the A's, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, just 5 base runners against the Twins. In Wrigley, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, just 5 base runners against the Cubs. I mean, we're talking about 4 solid starts in a row for Landon Rupp. His splits against lefties aren't that bad. I think Rupp could pitch well also.
Aren't that bad?
I mean, yeah.
The splits against lefties?
Not that bad. The xFIP maybe, but the whip is about the same. Woba is actually better against lefties.
I mean,
I don't go blindly by xFIP. I factored in with the other ones. But anyway.
I don't go blindly either, but I mean, yeah. I
would go under or pass here. You got slight wind blowing in, going to be a little on the cold side. This is most definitely a pitcher's park to begin with. I think both starting pitchers can pitch well. I just think under or pass at the 8. Toast.
Let me get the number. First 5 over for me.
What?
I can't find it. First 5 over.
That's a double for the Marlins. That's going to be 2 bags.
First 5 over 4.5. I'm probably going to end up waiting to see if it gets dropped down to 4. But I don't think that Landon Rupp is very good at all. Yes, he has pitched better. I said that in the voice chat. He has pitched better. But at the same time, he's going to be facing a Tigers lineup that is loaded with lefties, and he has. I do not believe in Landon Rupp. So the Tigers' offense has been a little bit hit or miss. I will give you, and as far as Jackson Job's concerned, I think that he's a very good pitcher. I think he's going to be very good. But again, I just feel like sooner or later, the Giants are going to get a couple runs. Again, I get that they're bad on the road. It's just one of those things. So I didn't bet this. If it gets down to 4, I will. But I do think that we see some runs from both sides tomorrow. Landon Rupp isn't going to continue to give you 6 innings scoreless. I promise you that.
What about Jonesy?
Yeah, I already bet Detroit minus 107. Tigers are much hotter. Jackson Jobe much better on the road. Landon Rupp or much better at home. Landon Rupp on the road not as good. Not to mention his lefty splits. Just had them pulled up. Where are they at? Waivers lefties, 250 average, almost 400 slug, 320 on base, and Tigers gonna be sending out 5 lefties to show tomorrow. Detroit just finds ways to get it done. I mean, with or without that bullpen. Who the hell is the manager? I'm forgetting the Astros guy.
AJ Hinch.
Hinch, thank you. AJ Hinch is just like a puppeteer with that bullpen and like who he sends in and out, and just they get it done. So minus 107, I'll take that all day with Detroit at home.
Yeah,
and then again, San Fran can't hit shit if it was put out a tee in front of them on the road.
And it looks like they're definitely taking Detroit money early, because when we were talking about this in the voice chat, there was minus 107s, minus 108s. I'm now seeing minus 115s. So it looks like they took some early Tigers money. In fact, you have to look to find a minus 110. I see FanDuel at minus 110. That's pretty much the only one left. So, yeah, they looks like they took some early Tigers money. Damn it, 2 outs.
Yeah, Miami's going to lose this game 6-7 because they can't
I'm curious of who the Padres are going to use to close it out. Yeah, 3 errors in the game is crazy, Trevor. I hear you on that.
Unreal.
Boston, Milwaukee. I bet this game. So I saw a 7.5 open and I took it. I got the obviously this graphic's about to say over 8. I got over 7.5 on ESPN Bet, and this was like 20 minutes ago, so you might be able to still get this. So I know no one wants to bet on the Boston Bats right now, especially against steady Freddie. And it's not necessarily that I think Freddie's going to get absolutely sparked or anything like that. Freddie Peralta's been solid this year. Couple things, though. Number one, I want to look at right here. If you're going to fade Freddie, you want to do it against some lefties. Not that he's terrible against lefty bats, but you want to do it against some lefties. 462 xFIP, 286 WOBA. Certainly much better against righties than he is against lefties. Boston has some really nice lefties at the top of that lineup. Duran seeing the ball well. You got Devers up there. Boston does have some lefties. So you like that. And also, with Peralta, my man Fastball Freddie is not going deep into games right now. Didn't even make it 5 innings against the Pirates. Twins, he went 5 innings. Cleveland went 5 1/3. Actually got hit up pretty good by Cleveland. Another lineup with a bunch of lefties. So I think Boston, we're getting a little bit of a discount in terms of the Boston runs based on the fact that they've looked really ugly in their last couple games, last 3 or 4 games actually. I like Boston's lineup on the road. On the season, they've been one of the best road lineups in baseball. In the last 30 days, they're 5th in WRC plus on the road. In the last 30 days, they're 6th in WRC plus against righties. In the last 30 days, they're 4th. Look at the Boston offensive numbers. So, it's easy to get caught up in the small sample sizes, but actually look at the Boston numbers here. This is the Boston hitting numbers recently. 1 second.
Yeah, they might be skewed a little bit from that Orioles series.
No, I know, obviously. And we just talked about the last four games or so haven't been good. But we're just going to sit here and be like, oh, this lineup can't hit at all? I think they get a couple off Freddie Peralta. I don't think Freddie gets that deep into the game. The Brewers bullpen is not good. It's also a little bit compromised. And on the other side, it's Bayo. You can always count on Bayo to give you a couple runs. So I got a 7.5 with these two lineups. I thought it was a good bet. I'm on the over. Toast?
I mean, at the number it would be Boston, but they just burned me today, so I highly doubt that I go back to it.
No.
So
we ain't winning this game. We're gonna lose because
smoked
fucking
that
dumbass
ball.
couldn't throw the ball to second base.
Wow, the Angels have the tying run at the plate.
Dude, Devin
Williams is
he gets
blowing
put into
this.
a closer. He gets put into the closer role one fucking time again. Come on, man, just get a double play.
What do you think, Jonesy?
what are you on the Yankees?
Yeah, 1.5.
Jesus Christ, Trevor.
Toast. I don't want to hear.
You're better
this.
than me. You're better than me, so that's all
I
I
don't
know.
want to hear this right now.
What do you think about your boy Fastball Freddie here? Are you concerned that he's not going deep into games?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. He had that issue a little bit last year. Had a little bit of that bugaboo, but they're fine. I know our bullpen's a little used up. Was Zastrinsky, Anderson, Koenig, and Ashby going today? But
warning track. Oh my God, dude!
The Marlins?
No, Angels to the warning track that would have tied the game. Devin Williams is trying to lose this right now. All right,
Dude,
sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. He's pissing down his leg. He can't be a closer in New York. He cannot handle it. No, I know the bullpen got used up a little bit, but the Red Sox last 10 games here that we've gotten 4 runs, 3 runs, 2 runs, 1 run, 19, 6, 1, 1, 2, 1. They can't hit. They cannot fucking hit. No, they can't. Congratulations on beating the shit out of Charlie Morton and company on a doubleheader day. Other than that, they've done absolutely nothing. Brewers money line, just take the juice and just call it a day. But I'm probably not going to bet this one, to be honest. I'm just going to sit off and watch it. But if I were to bet it, it would be Brewers. Maybe just like a -1 to offset the juice a little bit, but still.
All right, let's move on to the next one. By the way, Angels single, 2 men on, first and third, 1 out. Dodgers, Cleveland.
They're going to win this game 3-2.
Is it definitely Junis on the mound? It's a bullpen day for Cleveland? Because when we were talking about it before, it wasn't confirmed who was pitching for the Guardians.
I capped this game assuming we were going to get some few innings from Slade Ciccone because.
It was. They were talking about Slade.
I saw Slade.
They were talking about Slade Ciccone in the voice chat. Now that you say that,
I don't think that they can throw Junis out there again. He went 2 days ago, and then 2 days ago, and then today. I mean, I guess they could throw him out there. It's Cleveland. I played Dodgers team total over 4.5. So it was the only bet I won today. I think. It was the only bet I won. I lost 1-6. So yeah. It would only be the Dodgers. Yeah, I bet the Dodgers just score some runs here. Like I said earlier today, I don't really worry about the 2 games in New York because of the weird circumstances. One of the games they were flying across the country. It was a definite flat spot, and then that rain delay game and whatnot. So, I played Dodgers team total over 4.5, but I suck.
What do you think, Trevor?
Dodgers money line -139. Let's take a gander at what the old Guardians have done against lefties lately. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 this year. Reagan's, Hart, Anderson, Bubic, the only guys they've scored. Well, Reagan's they got 1. So they saw Bubic and Reagan's. Other than that, Anderson and Hart. And fuck yourself, Devin Williams.
What happened? What happened?
They scored, so now I need them to score again for extras. God damn it!
What are you talking about? Am I that far?
Joe Adell, let's go, Joe Adell, baby! Joe Adell's killing it.
Was that a single? What happened? I'm so far behind.
Let it happen.
Single.
You know why? Because I have to watch it on the stupid Gotham Sports app.
Oh, what are they? What are the refs? I'm still talking about something.
That's it. That is why, though, too.
Yeah, obviously all the other games besides Mets and Yankees I could watch on the MLB, but that's my region, so I have to watch the Mets on SMY, which actually isn't bad at all. But the Yankees, you have to watch it on the Gotham Sports app, and I swear it's like a minute behind. I'm freaking 35 miles from Yankee Stadium. I'm a minute behind everybody in Yankees. I kind of want to take the Dodgers with you, Trevor. They came through for me today.
Yeah, maybe first 5. Kershaw under earned runs or something too. Just focus on the lefty because the Guardians cannot hit lefties. They haven't gotten a run off a lefty since April 13th.
It's a long time ago, huh?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And the Dodgers should have everybody in the bullpen as well.
You're also getting Kershaw like pretty damn fresh because I was at his.
Oh, no. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's how far behind I am. Oh, my God. That's the first one.
We need them to tie this game.
So, okay. So, there's a – what? There's a runner on first. Okay. Got it.
It's a challenge that's going on right now.
They're challenging. Oh, this would be huge if he's safe.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win it.
Oh, he's definitely out. What are they challenging?
I think they're just use it or lose it.
Oh, yeah, I guess. All right, what's the Dodgers price I could get? Dodgers going to have all the bullpen arms. Minus 140. I'll take it with you, Trev.
Let's do it. Dodger up.
Dodgers will win 4-2. Watch. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Watch.
They'll win.
Just watch. Okay, guaranteed they'll win, cover the run line, and my team total won't hit. How's that?
The last 5 starters to go 5 or more against Guardians who've also recorded the win. But I don't know how deep Kershaw will go. Would he go like 4 the last time?
He pitched 3 innings because it was a rain out. I was there.
Okay, well, maybe get spicy and take Kershaw to get a dub.
All right, I just bet that. Let's go. Next game is Athletics Houston. And I think, okay, so we actually talked about this one in the voice chat for a while. So I have a lot of thoughts. First one being, we know Severino has pitched much better on the road. That's not debatable. He's been much better away from that weird-ass ballpark in Sacramento. So the fact that we have Severino in a road start, that's a solid start if you plan on betting the A's. That being said, I mean, even though it's Severino on the road, I can't not consider this. The fact that the Astros at home are crazy when it comes to scoring runs. The Astros at home against right-handed pitching, that's when you want to play them. And this has been one of the best home lineups in baseball all season. The last 30 days, they're a top 5 lineup against right-handed pitching. So, okay, you got Severino on the road where he's been much better. This is a nightmare start for Sevy on the road in the teacup here. That being said, the Giants score runs at home as well. The Padres just hit a home run. God damn it.
Dude, fuck Miami. Oh, my God. This should have blew them out.
Who hit that home run? Who hit it?
Jackson Merrill.
Oh.
Wandy Peralta.
Anyway, and the Angels lost. Damn it. All right. Anyway, so I want to lean towards the Houston side at the minus 130, but McCullers has been so bad. And the thing with the A's is they continue to lose games over and over again, but their offensive numbers are actually pretty good. So I don't know if I could trust McCullers. The Astros should be able to score a couple off Sevy, and they have the bullpen advantage, even though the A's have a pretty solid bullpen. It's Astros or pass, but I can't do it at this number with McCullers. Toast?
First 5 under 4.5. I think Lance McCullers has been pitching fine. Again, he's not going to go deep into games, but I mean, he had that one bad start against Cincinnati, but I mean, he's been starting to work his way back into things. And his last start against Seattle was really, really promising. I mean, 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts. He did walk 3 guys. That's not great, but I mean, this Oakland team is so hit or miss. And then you just talked about it. I mean, Severino on the road has been fantastic. I get that the Astros are good at home, and I agree that they probably end up winning this game. But I do think that both pitchers can pitch well here tomorrow. So, yeah, first 5 under 4.5 for me.
If you think McCullers can pitch well, that kind of pushes me over to place this. What do you think,
I was really impressed with what I saw in Seattle. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say Lance is back, but that was really impressive. I mean, Seattle's a pretty decent team
with the Stros right now. Trev, would you agree with the Stros?
I mean, I want to, but the two spots. I get Texas, Chicago, the White Sox, whatever. 2 road spots. He was fine. Didn't give up anything at home. He's given up 7 to Cincinnati and then 2 to Seattle. Through 4 1/3. I mean, he's given up some runs. Oakland can hit righties. You know, they had their chances to score on Hunter Brown tonight, and he got out of it. I honestly would be tempted to go play the A's. I see plus 117. I'm tempted. I think McCullers can get hit, and then I think they may have kind of just blew their load tonight. I mean, they put up 13 runs, 11 runs, or whatever tonight. So I mean, it's not like Oakland had to use their high leverage arms either. I'd be tempted to hit the A's money line here. I think they can hit up, not to mention righties. But they're coming off of seeing Hunter Brown. They had their chances, didn't get it done. Now you're going to get Lance McCullers, who's looked good, yeah, but he's also at home been vulnerable so far through 4 starts. So A's money line, and that'd be how I play this if I do.
Someone goes toast with his A's favorite bet of the day. Good Lord. What did he say was his favorite bet of the day? People just keep making shit up. They lose bets and they come in like, just
I did like the A's today and I bet them, but I don't ever use
favorite bet of the day. What are you talking about? Pirates on the road in Arizona. This game's crazy. The Pirates are now up 9-6. And you know what? You got to give credit to Steez here, because he was talking about live betting the Pirates when they were down 6-2. I swear, he said, I don't know if he actually did it, but he said, I want to live bet the Pirates when they were down 6-2. And I thought it was crazy, but they're now up 9-6.
But Miami can't get a fucking run after the first inning. And Pirates can come back from 6. Unreal.
Why aren't we just playing against everybody, or playing against all these runs and first 4 under 4 and pay the juice at 125 and let Zach Gallen cook at home like he always does, and let freaking Paul Skeens do what Paul Skeens does?
I'm not opposed to that at all. What first 5 under 4?
Yeah, bet MGM or bet 365, either one of those. I mean, you got a game. Everybody's scoring here today. We all know that the Pirates, I mean, if they're putting up, I mean, I'm being funny, but if they're putting up 9 today, they're putting up zeros the next 3. Like,
Gallen.
Yeah, it's Gallen at home. And I hate Zach Gallen with a passion, but I mean, at home, he's usually pretty goddamn reliable. So
I don't hate that first 5 under. What do you think, Jonesy?
Pirates first 5 money line. I see minus 106 on FanDuel. I don't know what it is anywhere else, but I'll back Paul Skeens. You know, the Pirates offense shows up generally when it's his day. It's the bullpen that gives it up. You know, they'll scratch across 2 or 3. That's generally all you need with Paul Skeens on the mound to win the first 5. Now, like, Gallen has been incredible this year. He's had spots where he's looked good, and he's also had spots where he's looked like Herman Marquez as of last year. Like, he's just hasn't been great at times. But basically, even money, I'll take it. I think the Pirates can scratch across 2. It's just a matter of, can Skeens keep Arizona off the board a little bit? And I think he'll be able to. So I'll take the first 5 money line. I want nothing to do with that bullpen or anything like that.
You think the Pirates can get the Gallen, though?
Dude, it's not like Gallen has been lights out. He's had spots where he's looked great, and then he's had spots where he gets blown up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it to you, but like, he's been blown up like on the road, and I hate that I have to like try and I'm doing this right now, but like on the road in Chicago, it's really a spot. It is what it is. But I mean, he had those really good starts against the Mets and the Yankees, or the 2 starts against the Mets. He gets hit up by the Dodgers. I don't know what happened in that Colorado game. And then St. Louis on the road. St. Louis at this point is killing everybody versus right-hand pitching. So I mean, again, I hate that I'm saying this, but I do think this is a great bounce back spot for him.
Steve's Gallen at home, 6 to Colorado, the Dodgers, whatever, 4. 1 against the Mets, 3 against Atlanta, 2 against the Brewers, 5 against Baltimore, 4 against Chicago. Like, he gets hit up at home.
Steez is in the comments saying the first 5 under and Skeens starts this year is 4-1.
There we go, 2-0 Pirates after 5. My point to the Gallen thing was I get that he's giving it up. Again, and I hate that I'm doing this, but like Cubs, very good offense versus righties. Baltimore, especially in early April, a very good offense versus righties. Milwaukee, I'm pretty sure they were good against righties back then as well. So I hate him. I hate him so much. It is what it is.
I guess first 5 under a pass. To be honest, I kind of want to just take Arizona. They blew this game to the Pirates. Nah, you know what? I don't want this. Diamondbacks at minus 130, I think. Yeah, I know it's Paul Skeens, but it's also Gallen against the Pirates lineup. After all of that, the Pirates ended up using Bednar, Santana. I mean, okay, so what are we expecting Skeens to do? Let's say he throws 6 innings, 1 run, which, by the way, he's pitching against Arizona, which is one of the most dangerous lineups in baseball against righties, especially righties that throw the fastball. Now, I'm not going to say the Snakes are going to get to Paul Skeens. I'm just saying, like, I'd be very surprised if he completely blanks him. So let's say 6 innings, 1 run. What are we expecting the score to be? 2-1 Pirates? You're counting on Santana and Bednar to close out another one on back-to-back days against this lineup? I kind of like the Snakes.
124, huh? Yeah, be curious to see what it is in the morning. I don't think you're going to get probably better than 124.
124 just disappeared.
It's on FanDuel yet.
It's gone now.
She gone.
I'm staring at it right now.
You're staring at it?
Try to make that
Staring
bet.
at it.
I got a minus 125. I'm taking it.
On what book?
Caesars. Oh man, it just moved to minus 130 in front of my eyes, dude.
Mine just clicked over too. I swear to God, I just opened the app and I want to go. Boop, boop.
Is there any other minus 125s available? No. They're gonna make me do minus 130 on this.
Yep.
Slimy. All right,
I would assume. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 140, 145. I mean, MGM's already up to 135. Yeah.
I'm taking it. I took the minus 130. I literally saw the minus 126, minus 126, or minus 124 disappear before my eyes. Then I saw a minus 125 disappeared before my eyes. So I just grabbed the minus 130. I'm on the Snakes. Next up, Marlins Padres. This game's still going on, so I mean it's about to end though, so we can talk about it real quick. Padres, if they win this one, which it's looking like they're going to win this one without, obviously they didn't have their bullpen arms tonight. That was the reason for, or part of the reason for the Marlins bet. They didn't use them. So Adams going to be back. Robert Suarez is back. The other guy that was missing, I forget his name, he's also going to be back. So Padres get all their bullpen arms back. Are the Padres bats back? They were crushing Max Meyer.
I mean, he's pretty bad. Not that Sandy's been any better, so I'll give you that. But I don't know if we could say the Padres bats are back. It sure helped, I guess. But yeah, I think the bigger question is, what do you get out of Kyle Hart? Because he's rather been fantastic or absolutely terrible. Albeit all the terrible starts have been on the road. At the same time, all the good starts at home. I mean, Philadelphia, 2 runs over 3 2/3, really not that impressive. 2 runs against Cleveland, and then Colorado. I mean, it's really hard to judge a guy off of Colorado. So it would be over or pass for me at this number. So it would be first 5 over 4.5. Sorry, if I had to do anything. I haven't bet it because this game was still going on. But Sandy's been so bad. I would love to find a way to get to Sandy here. But I mean, he doesn't even look like the same pitcher anymore. So I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I haven't bet on him at all in a really long time. But I mean, it's always like, oh man, I hope this is going to be the next start. I hope this is going to be the next start. Oh, he pitched against the Dodgers twice. So the White Sox start, he's going to get it back, and then he just gets absolutely throttled again. So it would be over a pass for me.
Yeah, I have no idea, honestly. What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, fuck Miami. We're just going to go straight Padres over 4.5 minus 104.
Ooh, that's going to get down. The tying
run, doesn't matter. Here comes a double play or 2 strikeouts.
The tying run is at the plate for the Fish. Just saying.
Don't get your hopes up. They had a 6-run lead and they couldn't do anything.
Wags.
All they
Let's see what you got, Wags.
So someone said they watched the video in the pick. Did Toast just disappear?
Yeah, looks like he dropped out. It's that Anchorage Wi-Fi.
Next up,
Oh yeah, Padres.
Cardinals, Orioles -125. I bet this one. I know that Miles Michaelis terrifies some people. I get it. I bet on the Cards here at +105. I'm on the Cards. Okay, here's why. So I know Cade Povich has been good, and I know that the Cardinals have cooled off a little bit against lefties. They're not crushing lefties like they were a few weeks ago. So not necessarily expecting the Cardinals to crush Cade Povich, but I do think they are able to get a little bit off him because, like I said, they have been a pretty dangerous lineup against lefties so far this year. Michaelis has been freaking good. And what I really like about this game is, I'm going to pull it up. So we have, on the Cardinal side, we have Michaelis, who struggles with lefties. And that is here. Michaelis, who struggles with lefties, right? 322 WOBA, 566 expected FIP against lefties. The Orioles have lefties. On the other side, you have Povich, who struggles with righties, and the Cardinals have righties. Here's the thing. You got heavy wind, or pretty heavy wind, blowing in directly from right field in this game. So that very dramatically favors the righties and not the lefties. So Michaelis, a guy who struggles against lefty bats, who the Orioles have, he's got wind coming in from left field. That should really help him. Plus, say what you want about Michaelis. Dude has been rock solid. Look at his starts against the Diamondbacks, who, by the way, are an extremely dangerous lineup loaded with lefty bats. 6 innings, 1 earned run, just 5 base runners. Before that, the Royals. Now the Royals suck. 6 shutout innings. Before that, the Nats pitched into the 6th inning, just 1 earned run. Nats are loaded with lefties. I mean, these are all great starts here. Great start in Cincinnati. Great start in Atlanta. Back here, he got hit up by the Mets, and he got rocked by the Red Sox earlier in the year. But you want to look at his last, 6 starts? Pretty much every single one has been great. So Michaelis has been rock solid. Maybe Cade Povich pitches well. Maybe he doesn't. But we also have to consider this. The Baltimore Orioles bullpen, which isn't absolutely crushed, but it is in a bit of a situation here as we blow this up. You got Cano, went back-to-back days. Aiken, 3 of the last 4. These 2 guys will not be available, so I'll just delete them right off. Padres, Marlins just lost, so I went 3-2. Dominguez is probably going to be available, but he's been working. Baker, not going to be available. So this Soto, not going to be available. He's 3 of the last 4. Well, they might use him. No, 4 of the last 5. They won't use him. So no Soto. This is who's in the bullpen for the Orioles. So how deep into this game are you expecting Cade Povich to go? I'm on the Cards here, +105. What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, over for me too. Michaelis has been really
damn good.
What
do you mean over for me too? I didn't take the over.
Or I'm on Cardinals too. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Looking at Michaelis on the road here, at Kansas City 0 earned, Washington 1, Cincy 0, Atlanta 0, Mets 2, and then Boston 8. So I mean, you take out that Boston start, he's been absolutely just nails on the road. Baltimore, yeah, they've looked a little bit better, but their bullpen is still trash. Cade Povich is still trash. Michaelis has been damn good, and St. Louis is hitting again. So give me the Cardinals at +110. I don't care if Baltimore is at home and looking better. They blew it again tonight. They were down, then they were up and blew it again immediately. So I don't trust them. That maybe their bats can wake up a little bit and they can start pushing games over instead of relying on one team. But I still have no faith or trust in this Orioles pitching staff whatsoever. So Cardinals +110, absolute steal.
Toast.
Completely agree. I was debating the Cardinals or their Cardinals team total over. So, I checked in late. Did you talk about them versus lefties and how they've killed some of them?
Well, yeah, but they've kind of been cooling off against lefties, to be honest. But yes, they've been a very good lineup against lefties this year.
The last 2 lefties that they faced was Skubal and Reagans, and they torched them. So that always helps.
And then before that was Luzardo.
Well, it was Luzardo, Christopher. They were fine, and then they got to Gore and Parker. So
wow. Okay, so we should show them that. I didn't even notice that. So I talked about how the Cardinals lineup hasn't been quite as potent against lefties. This is crazy, actually. Look at the lefties they've seen. This is actually
I'm not worried about it at all. I love this spot for the Cardinals.
So you got Skubal, Rakins, Luzardo, Sanchez, Gore. That's like the 5 best lefties in Major League Baseball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not worried about them versus lefties at all right now.
Yeah, that actually makes me like my bet better. So, yeah, Cardinals up. You're on the Cardinals, too, or you're thinking about betting them in some way?
Yeah, I probably won't, just so you guys don't get this.
Oh, my God. Stop it with this voodoo shit. Cardinals.
Look at the numbers, boys.
Next up.
Numbers don't lie.
Braves, Phillies.
Another one. Easy winner for me. Didn't just a pussy ass. Couldn't bet it.
Jesus.
Everybody loved the Braves with Strider.
Pretty sure we were pulling Phillies on that one.
All I heard today was Strider. Phillies. Who the Phillies played? Nobody.
I said that. I kind of think
a lot of people copied you then.
I kind of think the Braves are going to win this game. I know it's Zach Wheeler, but what are you expecting the score of this game to be? Look, the Phillies are not really crushing right-handed pitching. Let's talk about A.J. Smith. Let's have a quick talk about A.J. Smith-Shawver. Let's just talk about him. First of all, he's been all right, but what specifically do I want to talk about when it comes to Smith-Shawver? His splits against lefty bats. He's absolutely excellent against lefty bats. 259 WOBA, a 104 whip, 347 xFIP. That's his strength, is pitching to lefties. That's Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber right there. It's also
Bryce Harper probably won't play either.
Yeah, he ain't playing tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure you show the teams that he's pitched against, too, though, after you're done.
Washington. All right, so he's pitched against questionable opponents. But regardless, so the Phillies against right-handed pitching, it's not nearly as explosive as you think. I mean, Gunnar Hoglund, they got to. Didn't get to Herman Marquez and Coors. They got to Sensatella in Coors Field. Okay. Didn't get to Skeens. They got to Ludzinski. They got to Sonny Gray. Didn't get to Fetty. Didn't get to Ortiz. Didn't get to Tanner Bybee. Didn't get to Gavin Williams. So righty starters, for the most part, are not having problems pitching against the Phillies. And you got Smith-Shawver, who's good against lefties. No Bryce Harper. I think he can pitch all right. I'm not suggesting the Braves are going to get to Wheeler. I'm just saying I think Smith-Shawver could be all right here. And look at the Braves lineup. On the road, they're creeping up there. Against right-handed pitching, creeping up. Overall, creeping up. When it comes to the bullpen, the Phillies use Kerkering, Strom, and Romano tonight. Now, all those guys should be available, but the Braves just saw the main 3 arms for the Phillies bullpen. So if the Phillies do have a lead late, Braves are going to get another shot against those 3 guys. Just think there's a lot of paths to the Braves winning here. What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, I like Atlanta money line.
Do you?
No Harper again. Like you said, Philly just isn't scoring. I took the over tonight. They couldn't do anything. Yes, it was Strider, but it's not like Strider's been lights out this year so far. I know he's coming off of injury and then a second IL stint, but they just haven't looked the same. Atlanta's looked pretty good. You know, they did nothing tonight. It is what it is. But given no Harpers in the lineup, you got it's going to be raining too. I don't even know if they'll play this game. If anything, it's going to be delayed. You got 50 to 65% rain and wind blowing in from right field towards third base. So it's going to be shitty weather. And I trust Atlanta in this bullpen more. I know, and Philly's bullpen is absolutely cooked, especially with no Alvarado either. I'm seeing. I know you guys don't get this. I get plus 147 with Atlanta here, so I'm like, at that price, it's worth a stab, in my opinion. So I'm going to take Atlanta here against Wheeler. You know, this could be 1-0, 2-0, or whatever after 5 or 6, and then that bullpen blows it up for Philly here. So at the number, I'm gonna play Atlanta.
Toast.
Yeah, it would only be Atlanta for me. I do want to point out, obviously, they talked about the Phillies bullpen. Atlanta's bullpen, not in a situation, but Hernandez, who's the guy that I think is one of their better arms, if not their best arm, didn't look good tonight against the Phillies. They gave up, I think, 2 hits and 2 walks and a run, which gave the Phillies their second run or whatever. But AJ Smith-Shawver has been very, very good. I just needed Kyle to point out that competition because that's the only thing that's holding me off. Zach Wheeler hasn't given up a run in his last 3 starts. He hasn't given up a run to Atlanta in his last 13 innings that he's pitched at home or something like that. He didn't give up a run to him last year. I don't know how far back that goes, but there's a lot of zeros everywhere that Zach Wheeler goes right now. At the same time, you can kind of make the same type of case for Wheeler as you make for Shawver. I mean, Athletics, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, the Rays, Nationals, Mets, Miami. I mean, it's not like that's murderer's row either. So, yeah, it would only be Miami for me. I just want to see what this number does. But yeah, I'm most likely going to be on Miami tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, Atlanta tomorrow. Excuse me.
Next up, we got White Sox Mets. I'm not sure why this one got thrown back here. Obviously, this is a 1:10 p.m. start. Somehow the order got messed up. Sorry about that. But it's White Sox Mets, and this is a straight pass for me. I have no idea. The Mets didn't use Diaz tonight, so they won a close one. Final score was 6-4, but bullpen's fine. For the Mets, I also don't think they used Reed Garrett either. So the Mets bullpen is...
No, they did. I'm pretty sure they did. I think he got the save.
They probably played the song.
No, that's why I remember it, because I was like, oh, he got the save. I wonder if they did the lights.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on, let me double check.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Ryan Stanek didn't pitch. That's what I'm thinking of. So Reed Garrett didn't pitch, but the Mets have Diaz, Stanek, Max Kranick, Brazuban. So the Mets bullpen is fine. They have plenty of arms here to use. Shane Smith's been pretty good. I don't know. I thought today would have been honestly, I really don't know. Who do the Mets have on deck? Is this any sort of look-ahead spot or anything?
Well, everybody, I think.
No, they have a day off after this.
I was going to say, pretty much everybody's got a day off tomorrow, and then they got the Rockies coming to town. So
I think both of today's game and yesterday's game were both sneaky ones. The White Sox could have stole, they didn't. So I don't see any reason that the Mets come out flat in this one. They have a day off. They've won 4 in a row. Griffin Canning's been great. Just Mets -1.5 for pass.
I will be betting Mets -1.5. I just think that -110 is a little bit too cheap here. Obviously the Mets have been, I mean, they haven't looked fantastic in this White Sox series, sure. But they have won the games, and regardless, this was a spot that I wanted to bet on Griffin Canning. I think this is Shane Smith has actually been really, really good. I will say that. And I wouldn't hate like a White Sox first 5 if you're really trying to get crazy. But my point is that Griffin Canning, 3 of it are his last 4 starts on the road at Arizona, fantastic lineup. At home against the Cubs, fantastic lineup. On the road at the Yankees, pretty damn good lineup. At home against the Dodgers, a very good lineup. Now that Dodgers start, we're actually getting a fresh Griffin Canning because again of that rain out, he only pitched 2 2/3 innings in that start. Right. So we're gonna have an extra fresh Griffin Canning with a pretty much full bullpen behind him with the Mets. Not to mention the fact that regardless of what this score is, as we've seen many, many times this year, regardless of what this score is through 6 or 7 innings, the White Sox bullpen will give it up at sooner or later. So, yeah, I will be playing the Mets tomorrow. I just thought that -110 was way, way, way too cheap.
What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, White Sox first 5 +0.5, +115. Shane Smith day, White Sox offense is, they're scoring, they're hitting the ball, they're putting up runs on the board. Debated the first 5 under just in case this is like 2-1 or something, 1-0. But I think Canning can give up a little bit to the White Sox have been hitting. And if the Mets are actually doing anything with Alonso and Lindor and whatnot, they could put up some runs. But it's Shane Smith. You got to back him. He's their best pitcher, and they've been hitting the ball. So +114, +115 for a first 5, just to at least tie. I'll take that. I know Charles, I think, is on the money line +170 first 5, but he's got more stones than I do because I'll take the half because this 0-0, 1-1, something like that. I could see that as a feasible result through 5.
I mean, yeah, especially with the weather, it's kind of nasty here at Citi Field. First of all, it's not a run that's conducive for scoring runs, a ballpark that's conducive to scoring runs to begin with. Plus, you got a little bit of wind blown in from right field. So, I mean, if the White Sox get 1 or 2 off Canning, that should cash your bet, honestly. So, whatever. It's a pass for me. So, let's move on to Reds, Royals. This is another pass. No idea. How do you not bet Hunter Green at -120 against a Royals lineup that doesn't hit, honestly? I mean, not to mention Hunter Green. Wait, Hunter Green, is there any issues with his pitch count?
No, he should be good to go. He threw 83 last time out.
Yeah,
It was
so
only
won
4
7
innings, but I mean,
pretty
it's
sure,
still 4 innings, but yeah.
And not to mention, remember the Reds, because they had bullpen issues, they finished this one out. They saved Pagan is going to be rested, so they'll have their closer. They've got Taylor Rogers rested. They've got Graham Ashcraft rested. So if Hunter Green can give them 6, which against this Royals lineup, I don't see any reason why he can't. They have 3 reliable arms to take them home. Got slight wind blowing in here at Kauffman. Yeah, I don't see the Royals scoring many runs in this one. What do you guys think? I mean, I think this might be a sneaky one for one of those home team total unders. The problem is you're going to have to pay 3.5 for it. You can't get the 4.5. You're not even close. So for me, it would be the Royals team total under 3.5 or pass. But what do you guys think?
I just think that this price is just kind of weird, to be honest. That being said, the Reds are significantly worse versus left-handed pitching. Obviously, the sample size is a lot smaller, but I mean they're like 1-0, like a 110, just give or take, OPS plus, WRC plus, one of those type of numbers. They're like 10% better than league average. Versus left-handed pitching, they're like 88, 85, that number. So there's definitely a drop off there. Obviously, they scored a whole bunch of runs late. And like I said, why I bet them in the first 5 today, obviously it pushed, of course, because I'm cursed, and they win 7-2. Again, their offense just continued to score runs. And like we talked about, they're one of those streaky teams. So if they're on one of those streaks, Reds minus 120 should absolutely be free. But don't look too far away from Noah Cameron. I mean, he's pitched pretty damn good his first 3 starts up here in the major leagues. So far this year. And it's not like the Reds have seen him before. We know that the Kansas City bullpen is more than feasible. I really, if I wasn't just like the worst gambler on the planet right now, I would probably already have bet the Royals just because of the price. And I think that Noah Cameron's a lot better than people give them credit for. And the Reds are definitely not as good against lefties as they are righties. But it'll probably end up being a pass, and the Royals win like 4-0. But yeah, Royals for me.
What do you think, Jonesy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit spicy here. First 5 under 3.5 plus 122.
That is spicy.
Well, you can. I mean, I could get 4 for plus 105. No, it's never mind. Wrong price. Yeah, under 3.5 plus 122. Hunter Green's look damn good. Kansas City can't hit. Noah Cameron's looked really good. Not to mention Reds versus lefties not good. They got 4 off Boyd. Other than that, 1-1-0-0-0-0-1. 5-2-0. Like they really have struggled to hit lefties. And then you want to go to the old weather report here. We got wind blowing in, coming towards home plate, then towards first base, 4 to 5 miles an hour. So it's nothing crazy, but both these teams kind of struggle to hit, given just Kansas City in general and Cincinnati versus lefty. And not to mention tonight, I think was the big one, getting Brady Singer that win. He shoved tonight. I know he gave up 7 hits and a couple walks, but he got out of those jams, and that defense showed up, and the bats, especially Ellie, really showed up tonight. So first 5 under 3.5 plus 122. I could see this being 1-0, 0-0, something like that after 5 innings.
Yeah, the Reds lineup is just such a wild card. They'll get shut out or put up 11. Speaking of wild card, we got the Colorado Rockies. Pass. Actually, probably the same thing I've said in every game this series. Under or pass.
And same thing for me. Just play PCA, hits, runs, and RBIs, and don't worry about anything else.
Did the Cubs end up winning this in extras?
Yeah, 3-4.
I didn't watch a single pitch of this game. Didn't make it to a single TV at any point today. Yeah, it's okay. So they won 4-3 in extras.
I only watched the extras because PCA.
Whoa.
Oh no, what happened?
Hold on. Let's just take a gander here, guys. We're just gonna take a gander, and I don't want to jump to any conclusions. Can we just take a gander at something?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a gander. Cubs bullpen. Whoops, hold on. So we got Palencia.
Just scroll up a little bit.
Nope, he didn't pitch. Keller, 16.
You got to scroll up. We're staring at Reds and Milwaukee bullpen. There we go.
So you got Keller through 16. Pomeranz did not pitch. Brazier, 6 pitches. Presley, 17 pitches. Thielbar, 19 pitches. These guys will not be available. Probably not available here with Keller. We'll see. It's not that bad. It looked
Yeah, but okay, yeah. I was gonna say there's an extra day in there. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not that bad. If Keller can't go,
Actually, no. It's every day, every other day. So they probably don't use him back to backs, especially with the influx of they're trying to figure out who their closer is. Again, that's just speculation, but it looks like we're starting to see a pattern there.
so if we're seeing a pattern, it's getting thin. This guy Brazier,
Yeah, former Dodger. We all know him.
he's
Remember
gone 3
him.
of the last 4 himself. All right, so the Cubs bullpen is not in the best shape. Is that enough to actually bet the Rockies?
No.
No, but it's a definite. It's if you're looking at it, their over is definite. I know that the weather's bad. I get that, but
You're playing it
Yeah.
over?
I'm not playing it. I'm just saying I can see this game going over. I get that the weather's bad, but Matthew Boyd is starting to fall off a little bit. Again, the Rockies are absolutely terrible, but Matthew Boyd hasn't been as dominant as he was. I mean, he gave up 3 runs to the White Sox. Again, the weather's bad. I get that, but Tanner Gordon on the road has been an absolute train wreck. I mean, somehow, some way, he pitched somewhat decent against the Padres late last year, but I mean, all of his starts last year in September August and September, he just got absolutely throttled on the road. So I mean, he had one good home start against a semi-good home start against the Yankees. He got absolutely throttled by Detroit. I think he probably gets throttled here tomorrow, but yeah, we'll see. What do I know?
So you go over or pass? What do you think, Jonesy?
Over 7.5. It's at 7.5. Yes.
What do you think, Jonesy?
Rockies under 2.5. Got lucky to get 3 tonight. I know Boyd's fallen off a little bit and that bullpen's cooked, but bad weather tomorrow. And it's the Rockies. You know, I don't give a shit. There could be one guy in the Cubs bullpen. I'd still be fine taking the team total under. Like, the Rockies are fucking historically bad. Like the worst team since literally the 19th century. Like, it's amazing how bad this team is. Under 2.5. If they put up 3 in shitty Wrigley weather tomorrow with wind swirling and a little bit of rain, so be it. But under 2.5.
There you go. Rockies team total 2.5. Do you have a price on that?
Minus 111.
If they play the game, the wind isn't really that bad. It's more of a cold thing. So, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's coming in, then it's going out to third base, and then it's flying out to right field at the end of the game. Like, we got some swirlies going on.
If I was to bet this, I would probably see what kind of price I can get on the Rockies plus 2.5, because I think they could score on the Cubs late. Maybe you don't see many backdoor covers in baseball. If you get a Rockies plus 2.5, this might be a good opportunity for a backdoor cover. The Cubs aren't scoring many runs in this series because the weather's been shit. We talk about how bad the Rockies pitching staff is, how bad the bullpen is, right? Well, the Cubs have scored 3 runs, and they scored 2 runs in regulation tonight. So in 9 innings, the Cubs have scored 5 runs total in the last 2 baseball games. So the idea that the Cubs are just lighting it up, they're not in this series because the weather sucks. And if you can get an affordable plus 2.5, Tanner Gordon just pitched well against the Yankees in his last start.
Minus 142 intrigue you? That's what I see on FanDuel.
It's too much. But I would go Rockies.
It's crazy that
plus the run line. Honestly,
they're almost 3-1 dogs, and you have to pay minus 140 for a 2.5.
That's why, because they know. They're like, dude, there's only going to be 6 runs in this game. All right, let's go into the next.
It's going to be 3-1 final, 4-2, something like that.
Is there a line open? When I made the graphics, there was nothing open yet.
Yeah, it's Toronto plus 135, Texas minus 160.
This was a win for me today. I like this one too. The Rangers team total under. Got saved 3 outs. Love when those home team total unders hit and you steal 3 extra outs because the Rangers won.
This was a loss for me. I got exactly what I wanted: a Blue Jays shutout, and the Rangers didn't score.
Yeah, this lineup's—they're the worst lineup in baseball. So the Rangers are minus 168 favorites.
I still covered the run line, of course.
Hold on. What's to stop me from placing the exact same bet again today? Rangers.
I have no idea who this Schultz guy is.
Oh, I thought it was Eric Lauer.
I thought it was Eric Lauer too.
Oh,
No,
Where did
Roto
I
has
get this
facts
name?
and Schultz too.
Yeah, it's Schultz. Never mind. I'm not betting it with a pitcher I don't know. But I mean, dude, the Rangers can't score, so I'm down to just skip this one.
under 8.5, Texas money line. Fuck Toronto. No such thing as a Toronto spot. Those dumbasses got me yet again. Thought it would be just the spot. They can't. 0 for 8 with runner. Like, this team fucking sucks. No. Team total under, game under, Texas money line, Texas first 5. Fade Toronto every which way. This team is the worst. I'd rather bet the Rockies.
I think Toronto wins.
Toronto.
Yeah, me too.
No shot.
I really want to bet Toronto tomorrow.
Do it at your own peril.
Yeah. I feel like Male has been very good, but he's starting to fall off a little bit, and all that precision control that we've seen from him earlier in the year isn't really there right now. And he got a little bit lucky getting Houston on the road and Colorado on the road, and then he went on the road to the White Sox and didn't really look good at all. So his last 2 home starts against 2 teams that can't hit for dick on the road, he looked really good. And then he goes on the road for another team that can't hit for dick and doesn't pitch well. So maybe because he's at home, he pitches well. But I really haven't been impressed with what I've seen from Tyler Mahle lately.
I'll honestly probably play Blue Jays first 5 under. Mahle at home has just been lights out all damn year.
Yeah,
Toronto can't hit. They suck. So I'd probably just take first 5 under, because I don't want to trust and bank on the Rangers actually scoring runs to cover a run line for the first 5. So one way or another, I'll be fading the shit out of Toronto. I'll probably double dip in this game, to be honest.
Next up is Yankees Angels, and man, this was the Angels game to win. The Yankees were held to 6 hits in this game. Tyler Anderson threw a gem. This was the Angels game to win. They lost 3-2. 8 hits, only got 2 runs across. The Yankees only scored 3 runs. 1 was unearned. Yeah, just a heartbreaker here. I should have cast this one.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm not worried about it. It was a good night. So what do we think about Kikuchi pitching now that we just saw an Angels lefty pitch a great game against the Yankees? I mean, they really couldn't get to him.
I want to do the same freaking thing again. Kikuchi's been really good at home. Like,
I know, me too.
It's just so, like, again, if I just wasn't so freaking bad, I wouldn't even be hesitating.
Can I ask,
right now.
why are we seeing 9s? Both lineups
Just Kikuchi.
Both lineups look dead. I don't know. I really have no idea. I kind of want to take an under. You guys have anything?
I want to bet the Angels. I'm not like trying to be like some Yankee hater or anything, but like for as far as Kikuchi's concerned, I mean, he's been very, very good at home this year. So, I mean, the starts are Miami, Toronto, Detroit, San Francisco. So make of that for what you want. But he's at a 1.23 ERA, a 1.45 whip. The xFIP's up there, but I think that's just how Kikuchi pitches. So obviously he really struggles with righty bats. So, Goldschmidt, Judge, Volpe, LeMahieu, Peraza. I mean, but besides that, besides Judge, and I guess Goldschmidt's been really well. I mean, you don't really, Volpe had a decent hit the other night. I mean, DJ LeMahieu, Peraza, are those guys that you're really going to worry about? I get it's the Yankees, but Kikuchi's pretty dominant versus lefty bats, and there's a few lefty bats in this lineup. So if he can just work around guys like Judge and Goldschmidt, again, you can put the Angels up for me. I don't know if I actually do it. I'll wait till tomorrow because I know this line's going to go up. But yeah.
What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, it'd be Yankees minus 1.5 again. Kikuchi, yes, has been good. Yankees been hitting lefties really well. Clark Schmidt, I know, hasn't looked incredibly sharp, but the Angels bats have just died after what they were doing for the last 2 weeks or so. They're scoring 1 or 2 runs a game. Had they seen anybody but freaking Devin Williams in the 9th inning, they wouldn't have gotten a single damn run this game. So shout out Devin Williams. Looks good. They put him in the closer role one time because Weaver can't go, and he pisses down his leg and blows that game. So I wish they would have just lost, but unfortunately they did not. But I'm going to run it right back. We're not going to see Devin Williams, and if we do, it's not going to be in a closer role where all the pressure's on him to close the game out, which he cannot handle. So Yankees -1.5, I'll take it. And then we're going to get that A's bullpen too, and all 9 at-bats with the Yankees. So run it back.
Another thing that made me really like is Kikuchi's been fantastic versus the Yankees in his career. Last year, he had 3 starts against them. He had 1 start where he gave up 4 runs, but he had 2 starts where he went 11 innings, only gave up 1 run. And then in 2023, 11 total innings, only 2 runs as well. So he's had a lot of success against this Yankees team. I'm done. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not betting this. I will say Kikuchi has been pretty good. There's definitely base runners here, but the hard hit rate looks pretty solid in this last 4 start. Teams are not barreling. They're not. Why am I so high up? All right, they're not getting barrel on Kikuchi, so it looks like we're seeing some infield singles and stuff and some walks. So he's letting guys on base, but he's not giving up hard hits.
8 walks the last 2 starts is what kills that xFIP and stuff like that. But he's.
Nats on the road in Seattle.
Shout out Nats coming through it for me tonight. It's a great effort.
I almost bet the team total over in this one for the Nats. Glad I didn't.
You don't want that on mine.
What do you think of Kirby here, Toast?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Didn't really look good in his first start, but that's Houston. In Houston, I mean, my issue is that I didn't really think that he would look that bad. I didn't think he'd look great. I bet Houston in that game. I'm almost positive, but you can put up over for me, over 8. If you can get a 7.5 on ESPN still, that'd be cool. I'm sorry, it was only over 8. Excuse me. And before you can get the 8.5, I think they're going to be 8.5 tomorrow. But over for me. Trevor Williams has been an absolute gas can over his last 6 starts. I mean, he had a couple good starts at the beginning of the year against Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Very similar to Kolek, like I was talking about with San Diego today. Obviously, Miami ended up losing, but Kolek got absolutely blasted because, like I told you guys, he's not a major league starter. I think that the air is out of the balloon for Trevor Williams. I mean, 5 runs to the Mets, 4 runs to the Reds, 4 runs to St. Louis. Atlanta beat him up twice in a row. I just, it's really hard for me to think that he's going to pitch well here against this Seattle team at home that ended up looking pretty damn good tonight. And as far as, again, Kirby was supposed to be all right, I still have faith in this Nats offense. So again, over 8, I think it's going to be over 8.5 tomorrow.
It's actually, the weather's pretty good. I like this over. I'll bet it with you. Are you with us, Trev? Over?
Yeah, over 8. You got 77 degrees and wind blowing out 10 miles an hour to center.
That's a beach day in Seattle.
Dude, that's like people are taking the day off.
Yeah. I also like Julio over 1.5 bases. Do not.
Oh, you can. It's most books are moving this up to 8.5. I got to grab.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said you got to bet it now.
I'm good. I got an 8 -120. I paid for it. Wow.
Yeah, MGM, Caesars have both 120s and 365. I think those are the 3 120s out there.
I just grabbed the 120. I'm in.
Julio's -115 for 2 bases tomorrow.
Why? He sucks.
He's 4 of 5 with a home run against
he hit a
Trevor
home run
Williams.
Tonight, that's why.
Yeah, and he's batting .250 with 2 doubles, 2 homers, 4 runs, 8 ribbies, only 7 strikeouts the last 16 days versus righties too. So he's been all right coming on. So if anything, I'd play his hits, runs, RBIs 3+. I think he can knock some guys in with Trevor Williams on the bump and take him yard even and just cash it all in one. So Julio 3+ hits, runs, RBIs +115 and the over 8 with you guys.
It's 3.5 hits, runs, and RBIs.
2.5. Sorry, it's 3+ Two bases minus 115. I'm not laying juice for a total basis prop, especially.
No, yeah.
I know it's.
I don't mind. I was going to say that hits, runs, and RBI at plus 110. I don't hate that at all.
His home runs 270. Big dumpers plus 225.
Yeah, and he's going to be for him. Yeah, that hit, runs, and RBI at plus 10. That's a nice one.
You think Julio's going to knock some guys in, Trev?
I think he's going to knock a couple boys in.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Betting league stuff will be posted in the Discord. I'll post the standings and everything. Give me about 20, 30 minutes on that, and I'll post the stuff for tomorrow. The text alerts should be up and running by this weekend. So the way it works is when we submit bets to the website, and right now, I'm sure pretty much everyone listening already knows this. You go and click on open bets, and then you click on who you want to see. Sauce, Toast, Trevor, Jess, Scoop. You could just click on whoever's bets you want to see. We now have an option where we can click send text alert, and it'll literally text to your phone like a list of bets that we just submitted. So the push notifications with the app just isn't working the way I want. So I'm doing a text alert thing. Hopefully that'll be up and running by this coming weekend. We'll see, but it's coming along nicely. So I'll let you guys know when that's up and running. I'll let you know how to do that. So everyone, thanks for watching. Hit me up in the Discord if you need me. I'll be up for a little while. Let's have a nice Wednesday. Later.
Are we doing a show in the morning for all
Yeah.
the early shows?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.